Welcome to a special election night episode of Chat GRC. We are here with somebody who is in New York on this election night. So, sir, introduce yourself.
My name is Salvatore Padellaro. I'm from New York, and I'm currently running for Congress in District 5, which, if you know Jamaica, Queens is that area, beautiful area. I'm here today to talk about what I want to do to try to make this world a better place. So I'm excited to do that.
Perfect. Yes, we love it. We're really just rounding out all of New York.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
Especially tonight.
Yep.
yeah.
I know that. Yeah, we're like doing this on election night. We're like, "Ah."
I was wearing my voting sticker, and then I think it fell off me.
No, he voted. Okay, I saw it. I saw it before it fell off.
Yeah,
Everyone was wearing it.
here's the garbage.
But speaking of voting, we want to know what inspired you to run in this upcoming election cycle.
Yeah, of course. So I come from the hospitality industry. My family came here from Sicily. Actually, I can start from the beginning when I was very young. So they came over here to kind of check out the states. Some of my family had moved here, and then they went back eventually. Oh well, they had me here. Then they went back and came back. We were kind of like a ping pong situation, trying to figure out if we truly wanted to move our entire family here. So eventually, we did. Started in Rochester, New York. I grew up there for most of my teens and everything, moved here in my 20s down to New York City. Was working a lot with different restaurant owners, vendors, partners in the city, had a lot of different odds and ends jobs, went to school, dropped out, kind of the same story as everyone else. Well, not everyone else, but a lot of people from my area experienced that, like
Hmm.
maybe a little bit unprepared for their first time in college, not knowing what they want to do, but putting their all into that first year and then having to drop out, reset. So I've been through all of that. I didn't think school was for me for a while, and I started to just get into management and hospitality more. At the time, my father was married to someone who owned restaurants, so I was lucky enough to grow up and learn a lot within those establishments that helped prepare me for the future. So I'm really appreciative. I had a great childhood. Both my parents were awesome. They're really hard workers, so they instilled this belief in me to always go for what I want, manifest it. I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know if you guys know horoscopes.
We're
Manifest
cancers.
growth. You're what?
We're cancers.
Both of us.
Okay. He's like, I gotta go. Yeah.
You guys didn't say that before we started this.
I'm
No.
surprised we aren't crying over the the election tonight. We're really
He said,
holding in
"Oh,
our
you guys are
emotions.
unstable." Oh, okay.
So yeah, anyway, my mom, my brother, myself, we're actually all in a row. We're 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in December. I
Wow.
start as the 7th, my brother's the 8th, my mom's the 9th, my grandma 10, 11, 12. So we're
An
all a bunch
army.
of crazy, hardworking manifestors determined to get what we want in life. So I grew up with these outgoing, crazy, passionate Italians and Sicilians, and I loved it. So I just was like, listen, I want to start a new life. I want more. Like Rochester is too small. I know I'm meant to do more with, my brain. And so I said, I want to really give it a try being in New York City, and was discouraged for a long time to move down here because of violence. And you hear all these things from people that don't actually live here.
Yeah.
So you almost like start to make yourself believe it, but it was nothing like what people had told me as a child.
Mhm.
I found opportunity, I found great friends, I found stability, I found my real home here. So I was lucky enough to get a few jobs. As soon as I got here, I actually moved here working for a restaurant called Sugar Cane. It was this really big concept, and I started managing. So I worked there. I worked for Italy, and eventually came into Chobani. And Chobani, we're a yogurt company. I'm not. You guys are.
Yes, yes,
They
Chobani.
were there. We have not a marketing asset, but it's a restaurant in Soho, and the leaders, were like, what can you do that's great with this besides just make it a cafe? So I was kind of handed this operation on a silver platter to do good with: community impact, create food accessibility for children, package meals for people during the holidays.
Mhm.
And it was this thing I didn't think would snowball into what it did. And me wanting to do this, I just was hardworking. I wanted to make food for people. I wanted to work hard in the city and make a life for myself. So I said, I'm going to do that and maybe find what I really want to do over the next few years while being here and stable. They pay for tuition and everything. So I got a few degrees. I'm pre-law right now, trying to decide what my final destination is here before, if I win, etc. But, they afforded me the opportunity. When I started, the cafe was running like normal, regular life was still there, and then the pandemic hit. Literally kind of was like a total eclipse almost on everything we were starting to build, because I'd been with the company only maybe 5 months. I'm almost 7 years there now. So, they afforded me the ability to pay my staff still. So I was lucky enough to not have to fire anyone. I paid every single person that worked for me their full-time pay every single week for over a year until I reopened those doors. And I have to thank my bosses for allowing me to do that. And their kindness and compassion, to realize, I was fighting for these people. Like, listen, I don't want to leave them hanging. I don't want to leave them jobless. These are my people.
Mhm.
I don't want them to wonder where their food's coming from. And so I really fought for them. We need to pay these people. They've been with the company for years before me. So after we shut it down, we figured out how we were going to pay. Very inspiring old boss of mine, Peter McGinnis. He's now the CEO of Impossible, was my boss back then. He was the president of the company at the time as well. He said, what can you do that's great with this besides it being a closed restaurant? So really, he inspired the idea for me to create this pantry, and together we worked on it and brought it to life. And I ran the whole thing, oversaw it for the entirety of the pandemic. But within the company, we have the incubator, it's called, and we take small businesses that are owned by people of different backgrounds, the underdog, the overlooked, people that are struggling to make their business and their name a household name. So we grow these businesses, we work with these people, we make tools accessible to them to do marketing campaigns and create creative assets, etc. And my uncle ended up being involved with his work. So they were like, hey, maybe one day, like, look out and see what you can do with this company. It's just so weird how it all happened. But anyway, as the pandemic happens, we shut down. He says, what can you do good? So those incubator CEOs, a lot of them created non-perishable food. So I said, can we like create like there's we didn't want to say for poor families and make this a whole, so we wanted to say, listen, anybody that needs this, come get a bag of delicious food that's non-perishable, maybe a few Chobani items that are, and let's try to create a nutritious meal in every bag and work with those partners from all over the country to do that. So when I tell you I was driving trucks, trailers, hundreds of pounds of product, 10 pallets in here, 3 pallets in there, moving it by myself. I mean, it was insanity, but it all came together. 2 days a week, I had volunteers come from all over the city, all over the country, really. Some of the CEOs, et cetera, like Stacy from Stacy's Pita Chips. You got Fish Jerky, all these different people. She gave me like pita chips and Be Bold bars to last me like 10 lifetimes. Like, some of these people were so willing to jump in. You just really got to see like humanity at play, and people that had the compassion and CEOs that cared, they gave with no issue. So I created this little bag and it had a few items in it, 4 to 5 non-perishable items, our oat milk, some yogurts, those things, fish jerky, weird stuff, but delicious and nutritious. And we fed over 50,000 families in that year. So I'm super proud
Nice.
of that achievement. I'm so thankful for everybody that contributed and helped. And it was just something amazing to be able to be a part of. And from then on, I took it to, let's make the cafe an impact staple within the community. So instead of just having it be this revenue beast, no, that's not it at all. It's not about the money. It's about the experience and what we can do to bring awareness to certain things. So over the last few years, I've done certain things like held press conferences for Ukraine. We've done total floor resets for things such as fighting for Iranian women's freedom. We've just so many things across the spectrum, and we're always trying to make sure we stand up for what's right. Another huge thing I've been able to do is create, as much as I can, food accessibility for children, whether it was those bags. We did this 1,000 Kids initiative. I work with Brighter Bites. So I bring students into the cafe and I'll cook for them. I do a career fair with them and I kind of expose them to different things they can do. Yeah. And it's been so successful that I had a bunch of teachers just reach out lately, like, my class wants to
To
come.
come.
So trying to create a monthly or semi-monthly programming where I can have kids in the cafe. They were like, they can't stop talking about it. So really, this place just inspired me to use my brain and my heart to do good. And after the pandemic and, continuing on all these impact missions, I just realized while watching this Trump thing go down, at the same time, that, like, yeah, I can manage a cafe and do this in the community, but how can I make a broader impact? how can I take this to the next level? Because there are people above me that frankly aren't doing anything of importance. And I'm sitting here like, I want to do things that are important. So I have to make a difference. And I just, we were at the election last year and I was in Philadelphia for the last rally. I sat behind Kamala Harris while she spoke, literally, Secret Service detail
Oh my
with
god.
a senator, well, to protect his privacy, but a Democratic senator. He's awesome. And he really was like, right in this way. Let's do it. You guys did it. You worked really hard all day. Let's get these guys in. So somebody came up to us and was like, hey, we work for Kamala. And like, she said, do you guys want to come up? And I was like, my
Like,
sister was on
here
my
I go.
ankle.
Let
My
me
sister
just
was on my ankle. Right.
Coming.
So we went up there and it was so like, it was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. The energy, the power. We were so hopeful that we cried for a month after November
I know.
4th, basically. We were like,
Remember Hope?
like,
Yeah, almost the year mark.
I cried about everything. I never cry, but I was like so sad because I'm sorry, but Kamala Harris really, really inspired so much within me. Just hope. And like, you can say people say she's corny, joyful, warrior, this and that. Like, well, what's the alternative?
Yeah.
Gotta be an evil racist or you could be corny and hopeful. What,
Yeah.
like, is there an in between? No.
No, we don't get an in between.
Yeah.
I don't
So it was, I know,
I
like,
want them to do their job and not kill us.
yeah, thank you. That would be nice,
It'd
right?
be nice.
It was just such a beautiful experience, and then everything happened afterwards, and I felt so bad just about the whole thing, and was really scared, frankly, for a lot of the communities here in the city because I knew we were gonna be an immediate target. I'm
Yep.
sorry for running on the answer, by the way.
No, you're good.
No,
You're
you're
good.
good. You're good.
Because
But
that's
I'm
what
here
it all
because
is.
we're fascism.
Yeah. It's like, at what point is it enough? Enough is enough. And you
Exactly.
go, I have this toolkit that I've built over the years, and we need help more than ever. I need to get in there and do it, I
Yeah.
guess.
I don't know how these people come into this role thinking about, like, salaries. You gotta think there are people that do think that. It's like,
Of course. For reals.
There was never even a financial motive in my life. Meanwhile, these people are getting richer while everyone gets poorer. You have to really believe with your heart if you wanna get into this work. That's
Mhm.
how I feel. If it's like your being, that's when you should do it. So right now, the people that are in there, they were lucky enough to get in there decades ago when the older generation ruled, and it was about corporate, stability and capitalism and this and that, but times have changed. So,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Times
I'm sorry,
do
but it's time
change.
to change things big time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So it sounds like you already have the community building part down. So how would you be able to use that influence you already have there on the local level in office?
Yeah, so, I would use my influence to keep politicians here in the local community because I think too often we're seeing, like, yeah, you can have influence here and these politicians have influence here, but like, where are they? I've never even seen my opponent on the street. I've never seen a town hall. I say, bring the power back here, bring the federal back into local programs where it belongs so we're able to fund things that make life easy for people that have to live within these constraints. It's like, to me, it couldn't be more simple. There's parents working two jobs to put food on the table, and then they do that and they still can't afford their medical bills. So we need to bring the attention back to the local communities. We need to be able to work with Washington, but I think your time should be spent in the community you represent.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to be at Capitol Hill, but I mean, I understand right now they have to be there a lot. The government is shut down. We're fighting to reopen it, this Republican shutdown, but you got to come back here, man. You got to be on the streets. You need to be shaking hands with people. You need to be checking in on local businesses, families, the
Mhm.
working class that voted you in. So
Yep.
he's been in for 25 years. And the only thing he can say for himself is he's been investigated multiple times for BMWs, Mercedes, buying this Queens property. Crew investigated him as one of the most corrupt politicians. APAC Hall of Shame. He's number 13,
Yeah.
900. It's just like, who are you representing? I'm sorry.
Israel.
Not the United States.
Yeah.
Israel. Okay. And let me just say, I absolutely love the Jewish community. I feel bad that they have to be under this. Netanyahu is a war criminal, and everything he does needs to be condemned. He needs to be arrested and tried in The Hague.
Yes,
Like,
immediately.
I'm sorry, but please, like, throw him with Putin and that. So I'm just sick of it's just you can see how deeply rooted AIPAC and Israel is into our politics. That's what scares me is that
Since the
when was the
80s.
last time it was about Americans? We have to protect our Jewish communities, and I would always do that. But what about Palestinians? They deserve the same protections as you. And it's messy, it's chaotic. I think everybody deserves a fair shot. They have terrible government, terrible representation. They're war criminals in the government, but I would protect both communities, I just want to say.
Mhm. Yep. I mean, even Mondani says that too. I will protect
Yeah,
everyone. That's
yeah.
what
And
the
they
rule
endorse
is.
the Hasidic Jewish community endorsed
I
him.
saw
Mhm.
that.
Why
Mhm.
is that endorsed him? Yeah,
Yep.
these people even realize what their leader is doing is wrong.
Mhm. Absolutely. And we knew, like you said, that right after the election, I think all of us knew who was going to be the target of this administration. It was going to be New York City, California. Those were going to be the top two. And boy, did they show up and show out to go straight after California and New York. So every district's different. So we want to know for you in your district, how has this administration affected the people living in your district just, 11 months into this regime?
Ugh, 11 months, that's it?
I know, it feels like years.
Been 84 years.
Oh gosh. Well, can I just say there's like no shortage of issues, but
Yeah.
let's just start with tariffs are attacks on the American people.
Yeah.
Nobody here can afford groceries anymore. Like, I hate to do that. I'm sorry, like, we just want eggs and cheese and milk to be under $20. Like, sometimes you get 4 items and it's $50.
Yeah.
That's because of Donald Trump. That's because of the tariff situation, which is Congress has ceded their power to the executive branch. They are spineless now, and we have no House of Representatives. He's effectively abolished it. So,
Yeah, they're not working.
right? They're getting paid,
They're
most of
getting
them.
paid. Don't you
They're
worry.
getting paid.
Some are like, well, I declared no paycheck. I don't care. Either you guys are failing the American people every single second you are causing this shutdown, Republicans. So, housing insecurity, a lot of programs have lost funding. The affordability housing crisis is like insane here. We need hundreds of thousands of affordable units to be built. The red tape, the funding has stopped. Nothing is moving now. So, we need to build affordable housing. The housing insecurity is high priority. The grocery, job instability, people are losing their jobs. I mean, when have you seen a president just come in and literally take hundreds of thousands of people's jobs away? So, job insecurity, high prices, there's no affordable housing, all within 11 months. It existed before, but it's the severity of what's going on is nothing like I've ever seen. I mean, I'm walking over people sleeping on the
Yeah,
street.
it's a complete deconstruction of any assistance that may have been there before.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
mean, New York
It's just
City is just, again, it's building on, you're demolishing something that was already crumbling, and he just took that final hammer to it. And, like, what do you want them to do?
yeah. No, seriously, every single decision he makes too has a butterfly effect. You might not think, leave it to the states, leave it to the state. You're such a liar. Nothing was left to the states ever. You wanted to control everything. Everything you say and do trickles down to the neighborhoods I want to represent. To the point where people are being priced out of their homes and becoming homeless within 11 months. Like, this is disgusting. Yeah.
And a lot of that is by design too.
Yeah.
But you did speak about your opponent earlier, and you basically answered this already, but I did want to ask, since he is a Democrat, do you think he would have District 5's best interest at heart? Which, no.
I'm sorry, but when you're funded by like Wall Street, super PACs, APAC, like there are just so
Yeah.
many flags. It's like at this point, he's representing maybe like 5 billionaires.
He
Not the
is. We looked at it
That's
last night.
crazy
We were like,
work.
"Let's just take a look at how much money he's," and then we opened it up, we were like, "Oh my god."
Castle Queens thing around it, Mercedes, this and that, but he's never there. He's always in Washington, probably at another home with another Mercedes. You know what I mean? The guy is just soaking in the,
Out of touch.
yeah, out of touch, completely disconnected from the working class.
He's basically
They,
representing Israel.
Yeah,
If
he's
you're in
representing.
District 5, you're basically in Israel.
Exactly, exactly. They were calling I was with Jose Vega on Sunday. Are you guys aware of his campaign?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I'd stop by to see it. I love to make some connections with new people that are around the same age running and wanting to make a difference as well. And so while we were there, they're calling the Bronx Gaza West, literally, in the campaign. That's how bad it is that they're calling the Bronx Gaza West.
They went there.
Dilapidated, destroyed, no federal funding, no local
Fuck.
funding. Yeah, so we're falling apart here. There's a lot of great places, and I don't want to make it seem like we're totally like
Yeah.
it kind of, but
But sometimes you have to like start
yeah,
saying the
Mhm.
really scary things to be like, do you realize what we're going to end up being?
yeah. I think honesty is our most important tool right now.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
the lying is just like I'm exhausted. I
Every
call
day.
Kate Caroline how she lies every word that comes out of her
Lips are
mouth.
moving. Those
The same way she breathes.
Go and lies are out. Like, get how someone can stand up there and lie every single day. And it's not just her, it's every single MAGA extremist out there. For years, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I don't
They do it like they
they
breathe.
do. It is an alternate reality that they're living in where we are like, are we being punked? Because there's no way you're saying that right now.
Yep, yep. They live on Earth too. And it's like nobody like, where are you? Where are you?
They think we're so dumb
Yeah,
that
and
I'm starting to be like,
am I
am
dumb?
I
No, I'm just
dumb?
kidding. Am I? No, like,
I don't think they think we're dumb. I think they think that their base is because they're like, "Yup,
yeah,
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 he's right. They're
uh-huh,
right."
Mhm.
totally. Everything they say is like, you're right. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Then all the politicians start doing it. Like Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, was like, if Mom Donnie wins, we are going to put 100% tariff on everyone from New York City that comes to Texas.
give
It's the
me
stupidest shit ever
everything.
because wouldn't it be the MAGA people that are
Maybe
Can I say, like, excuse my French, but motherfucker, nobody from here wants to
wants
go
to
to
go
Texas.
to Texas willingly.
Say that. We don't
No.
shit.
But it would
Y'all
be
are
MAGA. MAGA would leave New York if Mondani wins and move to Texas. And you're like, I'm going
Are
to
you gonna
charge them
tariff MAGA?
100%.
Like what?
every day the New York Post, like, oh my God, da countdown till Mamdani wins. 20% of blah 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 say they'll flee New York City if you
Good.
Bye.
Good.
They are the waste, fraud, and abuse of New York City.
your
We know you
I
won't.
found the waste, fraud, and abuse. Your $1 million luxury condos are making studios $8,000 a month.
Yeah. Y'all can go. We could turn
Studio,
that into affordable housing real quick.
yeah,
Yeah, they're fleeing the same way MAGA isn't gonna watch the Super Bowl. They know damn well they're gonna sit down
exactly.
and hate
Yeah.
watch that shit.
Like,
And when
yeah.
Biden won, they said the same. Every time someone wins that the rich don't like, they
I'm
threaten
leaving.
this. It's
You
like,
do,
you
yeah.
where are you going? This is New York City.
Yeah. They're like, I'm going to leave. Or they're like, why don't you leave this red state if you don't like it? And it's like, "Oh, I wish I could, but like,
It's like at
But
this
I'm
point,
poor
I have
just
a
like
house,
you.
I have a
Yeah.
family.
Florida. I love when people say that because I'm like, for your demise. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel bad. Like, I'm like, y'all go right ahead. Like,
Yeah.
New York, we're
Okay.
fine. We're fighters up.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. And here's the thing we're talking about Mamdani, and obviously, we're watching a pendulum swing. We're probably going to witness. We already know that Virginia's pretty much been called. We know how the New York City election is going to go at this point. So we are watching a potential nationwide pendulum swing right back to blue. So do you think that with the amount of attention on New York City right now, that we are going to witness just like the center of this pendulum swing, and it's just going to be New York City that leads the charge?
Yeah, I'm hoping we are. I'd love to be in the epicenter of like hope again and like make the start of something great. And like, I don't want to say blue wave because I feel like when people say that, they jinx everything. So I don't want to say it's going to be
Oh my God, I have PTSD of the blue wave.
Me too. I don't even like saying the word wave anymore.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm hoping people come to their senses during the midterms, vote me and vote people like me and that have the people's best interest at heart. I do think New York City is the heartbeat of that pendulum swing because
Mhm.
like I got like, okay, yeah, we've been going along with the political machine for a very long time, but people, I think you can feel it as well, are really starting to wake up. No one was talking about Israel like this, APEC, etc. We
No.
were all like,
You're like,
our whole
that's
life, right?
crazy. I don't know what
That wasn't
APAC
last
means.
year.
I was inspired by Cuomo, love him during the pandemic, etc. my whole mind, I had to unlearn what I knew
You
to
did deconstruct.
I was lucky enough to have such a great friend. She is amazing. She sat me down one day and she said, and she's of Middle Eastern descent, and she said, "You know, this is what's going on, and these are the things that are really important to people of diverse backgrounds, and I just wanna let you know, but don't wanna ever influence your vote, but wanna give you the proper knowledge to arm you with versus what Cuomo's offering." And one day, like, I was like, "Wait a second, Israel's involved in everything." Like, I literally woke up one day 'cause he's like, "Oh my god, you woke up." And I
Mhm.
really did, and I started about everything and realizing everything was about Israel, this and that, and I was like, "You know what? No." Yeah, so that's when I changed my mind and I was like, "I'm voting for Mamdani. I'm voting for this new wave. Like, hell yeah, let's do this."
Yep. And I think he will because everybody said, like, if the Democrats don't like him and the Republicans don't like him, we should like him. And I do think he is going to deconstruct our idea of a two-party system. And I think somebody like him is needed.
Yeah, because we've realized the political machine is not working for regular
Mhm.
folks. It may have worked one point ever, not sure when. It's always been about money and special interests in my
Mhm.
brain, but it's time. It is time. This government was supposed to be for the people. So I think yeah, I'm feeling some really, really good energy about a mini like revolution. I don't know. We gotta see.
I think, yeah, I think with somebody like Mamdani, I think it's just only gonna be up from here. Like, I know that tomorrow morning, the amount of people like you running in New York are just gonna have an extra pep in your step.
Can't
For
wait.
something is going to have the phone lines
Yeah.
excited. Are you shitting me? It's literally the New York Post article that came out today where it said, what was it? Mom Donnie's win is what would be a threat, but people are like, oh my god, like no, that's a double entendre. It's a
Yeah.
threat
Yeah.
to the
Right.
establishment. Yeah, we know we don't fuck with you guys anymore. You guys suck.
Exactly.
You gotta
Exactly.
go.
What you said, it's like, how can two we need to change everything. How can two political parties represent hundreds of millions of people? We
Good
need
lord.
to yeah, like, and then there's a higher threshold for independent candidates to get on the bet. Nothing is fair. They are
Mhm.
framing it how they want to. So we need
Yeah.
to create equal voting rights should have been equal, and each candidate should have an equal opportunity to represent a diverse background of people. I
Mhm.
think. It should be open to different parties and different ideologies. Like, we don't know shit. All we ever know is Democratic policy and Republican policy. What else is out there?
Yeah.
I wanna know. Yes, I'm Democratic, and I'm not a Democratic like, I'm not a socialist all the way per se, because I think there are certain things that maybe need that will need funding that can't be
Mhm.
told free at first, but I would like to get there.
Yeah.
So, I do wanna hear other ideologies that can maybe we can work together to create better policy that's representative of everyone, not just
Yep.
someone who's blue or red.
Yeah, because people would argue and say that Trump is not Republican because there are a lot of Republicans that do not align at all with the MAGA movement. It is a right wing, far right wing. We also have people on far left wings that liberals are like, no, 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 they're too left. Same the other way around. So while there's two parties, there's like
It's a
all
spectrum.
these spectrum on both sides. And maybe it doesn't need to be about party. Maybe it just needs to be about policy. And if your policy aligns, then you will get the votes.
Yeah, like, I wanna hear each other out. I wanna travel. I wanna know what's hurting people, and, like, I'm very empathetic and compassionate. I just wanna make life easy for people so we can all live, like, and exist happily.
Yep.
Like, that's my goal. Like, I want us to be able to afford our life, have fun, save money, have a family, buy a house. The real dream that once was offered to our parents or
Yeah,
grandparents. Like,
yeah.
damn,
Just,
by now.
simple everyday life things that we would love to have as millennials, please and thank you.
First homes weren't 4 million back then, probably.
Yeah, should have bought my
Mhm.
first home in 1996, the fetus,
For
where you could
3
still
candy
buy a
bars.
home. I shouldn't have been laying around as a baby doing nothing. I should have been
Yeah,
buying
no.
a
Should have
house.
been diversifying my
A
portfolio.
gingerbread house now, let alone a one on wooden stilts.
Yes. And yeah, so I mean, I think New York City is just gonna be this like, yeah, this heartbeat that just brings out a change in especially other major cities, even in red states. I think this is going to change like Atlanta. I think this is going to change like, Miami. I think we're going to feel some shockwaves all around.
I hope so. I hope this really inspires people. I've seen the numbers are up as far as Democratic registered voters. It's like,
Mhm. They're
hold the number.
pissed.
Republicans, you say like, yes, you better be embarrassed to register as a Republican. God damn it,
Yeah.
right now, like, come on.
You better
Shame.
be, because we're shaming everybody that's not going and voting.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. But hey, since we were on policy, what would be your top three priorities when you get in?
Well, I guess just talking about economics, economic
Mhm.
fairness. I want to
Mhm.
raise wages. I want to support small businesses. We want to expand access to like the incoming workforce. I feel like some young men can't even get vocational training or things that were just so basic back in the day. Like, how are we setting ourselves up for success when we're just restricting the next generation's access to jobs, fair wages, and school? So I really want to make, like I said, life easy for folks again. And I'm sorry, but $15, $18, like that's not a
That's nothing.
minimum. Who's that for? Who's that
That's
for?
nothing.
I
I
don't
got a
know.
iced tea today. It was $8.99. I was like,
Wow.
"This tea is $8.99," and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Damn, I knew I shouldn't have gone to this bodega." Like, but, I was like, "What?" In the city, I was like but in my head, I'm like, "Some people gotta pay $10 for iced tea now?" So, raising wages, do we need to pay people fairly? I mean, it's just ridiculous at this point. I can't even believe back in the day, I used to make $7.25. I used to
Right?
work for Wegmans as a
Same.
cashier. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Staples.
And then my grandma made like 25 cents at one point. So we've come a long way, not far enough.
Mhm.
Immigration justice. It is disgusting what we're doing. We're just turning out racists basically right now in the country. And, I come from an immigrant family. Everybody in my family, like, we need to streamline processing times, not create obstacles that keeps these people stuck in limbo for an eternity. Like, I wouldn't even want to be in this country anymore. And I can't imagine how horrible it feels to be an immigrant right now and feel like you're hated and then have to be put through these hoops to even become an American just to be maybe randomly picked up by ICE one day after becoming a citizen. You can't even ensure
Or on your
um,
way at the
Not even
courthouse.
passing the test.
Can't
Yes.
even get in,
you're going there to finalize the
and
paperwork
they're
and
outside waiting for you.
it's that like that really makes me sick to my stomach. And then funding local aid for them. They need aid to be able to do things. Immigrants aren't coming here with $1 million in their pocket. There needs to be aid set aside for these people, these groups of people. They need it. They need to they're fleeing war, they're fleeing poverty, they're fleeing death. Like that let's help them. That's what America was supposed to be about. So I also want to protect dreamers. Like Doc, what happened to we need to protect our dreamers. People have such a skewed misrepresentation of what immigrants are. They think they're like these dumb people that come from third world countries. If you did a little bit of research, you would see that majority of immigrants are more educated than some Americans in this country. They're coming from all over the world.
Some.
Well, yeah, a lot. A lot.
They know
Like some
multiple
of them got
languages.
y'all are smart. No, so I'm like, they're very well educated. These are people that were maybe doctored, this and that, and they're thinking they're like these broke down, like God knows from like
Mhm.
who knows. And that's just racist tropes playing into the situation and influencing thought. So these are educated, respectable people, and they need to be supported appropriately.
Mhm. I agree. 10 toes down.
Percent.
Did
Yeah.
I say that? Oh, and community investment. I'm sorry. I do want to make
Mm.
sure the federal funds go back into the community.
Yeah.
Programs for
That
kids.
would be nice.
Yeah. Can we get I remember one of the things I looked forward to most every day was after school programs.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's where I met my friends. That's where I
Yep.
like we didn't have phones. I'm gonna be 33. Like I graduated in 2011 high school. So I mean, when I was really young, there was no phones yet. That didn't exist, but there was after school programs that were safe. They were, a place for you to feel like yourself, meet new friends,
Yep.
maybe a teacher teaches you some life lessons that you take with you
Mhm.
forever. I still have those teachers that I think. So I would really love to bring funds back to the community and make this a place that people can really enjoy.
I feel like that is not a big ask. It
Yeah,
is
right.
crazy
Like,
that we have come to this point.
what am I saying that's scaring MAGA?
Yeah.
Schools, the buses, the affordable am I doing it wrong? I'm like,
We're like, "No, no, no," because then people are happy, and we cannot be happy.
You want people to be able to eat?
No.
accessibility, and this guy literally goes, "You're a jihadist." I said, "What?
Brother, what?
Where?"
It's not even.
Doesn't
That's
even make
what.
any sense.
Not even.
Like,
Okay.
They just say anything.
yeah, and it's scary. It's
It's
scary.
so
Like,
scary.
Blocked.
A media block. Yeah, no. No, we're done. Yeah. Well, today is a huge day. Today is an election day that is insane turnout that we have probably never seen before. I can't wait to see the exit polls. So, we always ask this question. I just feel like this is a really special day for this question. There are a lot of people that feel like their votes don't matter or feel like they don't want to vote because everything's corrupt. So, what would you say to somebody on an election day like this who's checked out or might not want to vote?
God, please, that makes me so sad. No, listen, I would say I understand that voters do not trust politicians at this point because of everything they've been put through. And it's really hard to trust new people coming into play because they don't have anything for you to base off of. And I would say that's all part of the process, and fresh leadership needs to come in, and we need to better inform people what voting is and what politics are to help them vote more appropriately for what they want. I mean, I would say voting is one of your most powerful rights, and what they want you to do is feel like that. They want you to
Mhm,
feel like your vote doesn't count so that you can be counted out the next election. Like, oh, the Democrat lost last time, why would I even vote in this one?
mhm,
I would say when you think that, immediately realize that's what the other side wants and say, no, 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 I'm at a place now where I need to go even harder next year. I need to make sure that I don't just vote myself. I bring 10 friends with me and we all vote so we get it next time because now we're going to realize the implications of what we didn't do this time.
mhm.
Sometimes those implications weren't as severe as now, but I think we've all learned our lesson
I
that
hope.
people I know so many people. Oh, I was watching videos the other day. We were doing street interviews. Someone was on New York City, and they were just asking people if they voted in the last election. And so many people were like, "Nope, didn't even matter. Nope, no." So my message to everyone is to please always vote. Please always encourage your friends to vote. Please think of
Mhm.
it as a cherished and sacred right.
Your approach is better than mine because I'm just yelling at people at this point. I'm like, don't fucking talk to me if you do.
Yeah. I'm like,
Like, don't ask me how my kids are.
yeah,
Don't ever speak to me ever again.
you are black, but like I'm hopeful, but like you got one
Sal's
chance.
the good cop, Devin's the
Yeah.
bad cop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like,
exactly.
don't talk to me or my son
Don't
ever.
ever speak to me or my son again.
All right, so we're we're at the fun portion of it. So I don't think I would know this one. All right, so if you're running for president, who would your dream VP be, living or dead?
I don't know why I'm getting a lot of hate for posting things about Kamala Harris. I absolutely loved her, but I can't say, and I know there are certain things. Actually, I found out she was funded by PAC,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I know. The things we learn when we pull the curtain back.
I know.
Now I will say, Jasmine Crockett, please go on a ticket with me one day. I think she's a fighter. I think she has the energy we need right now in this country. She is such a strong advocate for her constituents. Like,
Yeah,
it's so inspiring every
she's
day.
ride or die.
She stays in
Yeah,
Texas.
she stays in Texas.
Are you kidding me? She stays in Texas and like she really makes sure that their voices are heard, even when there's no power. Like you see New York right now, we're not in power. We don't have the House, we don't have the Senate or the executive. But regardless, she's speaking up. You know what I mean? Like they own it, whatever. But she's like, no, I'm not going to let our voices get lost in the mix. We're going to still say what we want every day. We're going to call out the corruption.
Mhm.
We're going to hold people accountable in the public forum. And I think everybody else needs to take notes, like seriously. But Jasmine Crockett, she's my dream VP, and I will be hopefully running for president one day.
Yes,
That's a goal.
hey, I love Jasmine. I think she might
Mhm.
be one of my faves, her and AOC.
Oh, top 5.
Um,
So freaking awesome too. And she won right next to mine. And I was gonna say one funny thing when you said everyone's gonna want to be running, like run for something, it's gonna
yeah.
go awful.
Mhm.
When AOC ran the year
Exploded.
after, over 20 like people ran for this district that I'm in now. And then since she won, no one's fought the incumbent. Well, I was like, "Oh, hell no, I'm kicking this thing back up. Like I'm
Yeah.
kicking this back up.
So what we
We're
doing
ruffling
here?
feathers. Like, no, this man's been secure since '98.
Yeah.
Nah. Make him sit up. Make him sit up straight.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. Or
Mhm.
make his legs twitch.
Yeah. You sir, you are a little too comfortable here. I'm gonna need you to
Yeah.
stop.
Sit up
Um,
straight.
and then we also have a funny little would you rather. I took this inspiration from Katie Miller's meltdown on the Piers Morgan show with Chank. So this is a would you rather. Would you rather have to be on the Piers Morgan show debating Stephen Miller or Pam Bondi?
Those two names do something to me. Sorry.
Both are gonna be rough.
You know what?
Both gonna insult you.
Stephen Miller is too quiet. I want to fight, and Pam Bondi is going to get. Stephen Miller is a shadow president, basically.
Mhm.
A few others, architect of project, complete and pure evil. Pam Bondi is too, though, but I just want my chance in the ring with Pam because the way she responds, her lack of answers, she is an embarrassment to the
She
attorney
doesn't
general.
even speak like somebody with a license.
Well, I
Nope.
won't be sharing that with you. What the hell is your job then? You're not going to share nothing with them? This is the oversight committee. Like, what?
She's
I
like,
want
I'm not
to.
answering that one.
Did you see that hearing? Obviously, I'm sure,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Where she
Mhm.
had the book that
Yep.
just had insults
Insulted it.
and not actual answers.
Drawing a circle over and
She
over.
was Regina George that entire time.
She had her bird
Listen,
book.
well, I won't be answering that either, Senator. And
Mhm.
I'm like, how is this legal? How is this even possible that this is an oversight hearing and you can't compel the witness to answer anything?
Anything.
Nothing.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not shocked easily anymore. Like I feel dumb for even saying I'm shocked because I shouldn't be, but it's the disrespect for our institutions is
Mhm.
It's so bad.
Yep. Mhm.
so I
It's
would
it's
definitely want to
daily.
debate Pam Bondi.
I think I would too. I think it would just be to, like, really insult her and hit her where it hurts.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would be
like
like,
I'm
let's
gonna
do
insult you back.
I would. I feel like
yeah.
I would go full Regina George.
I want her to feel like a piece of junk. Like, I'm sorry, but she's actively like hurting people. It's not even like theoretical. The things that she's implementing and the way the DOJ has been weaponized is
Mhm.
hurting people in real time,
It's
physically,
dystopian.
mentally, financially. So it is dystopian.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Stephen Miller, I think, would just be like a I think
That
I'd
little,
just be staring at him like,
yeah,
He would
well,
start quoting Mein Kampf.
yeah,
Uber.
I'd just start throwing up the salute and I'd be like,
I like when you were born. Did like the earth crack open like a
"Oh, it's
fish
Voldemort." I'd call him Voldemiller
But
the
yeah, for
entire
sure.
time. Be like, "Shut
crawl
up,
out?
Voldemiller."
He gives Smeagol, like Lord of the Rings, you know,
Straight out of a volcano.
I'd be
yeah,
like, "Expelliarmus."
speaking Voldemort, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I call
Like,
him Voldemiller.
love that, love that. That man is, yeah.
All right.
I say
So
he's like even in there, I'm sorry, it's like
Well, yeah,
crazy.
he's creepy
the
crawlies.
worst.
I don't know anything about Project 2025. I swear.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna hire everyone who wrote it.
Mhm. What a coinky dink.
Oh my god.
So I'm interested in this last one because I'm a Jerseyite, whatever the hell we're called. What's your favorite hidden gem in New York? That would be your selling point.
In New York, oh,
That's a
man,
hard
so
one.
I still have a very, very big love for food in a lot of places, and I want to say a place in Queens because I'm representing Queens. But let me just mention one spot in Manhattan first. It is called Song e
Mhm.
Napoli, and if you ever are here, and I would love to take you there, it's the best pizza and pasta you can probably get in the city.
Okay.
It's so
Mm.
authentic. It's so hole in the wall.
It sounds like the quantities are huge.
Yeah.
They are actually perfect size. They balanced it in.
Okay.
He's actually from Italy, so he didn't go Italian American on us.
Okay, so he was like, "This is how much you guys should be eating."
He's like, "No, no, no, we're doing it real style." In Italy, we don't actually eat huge portions. Like, it's light.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing that. But, here in Queens, though, I will say the home cooked food is like no other. You can get Indian food over there, Dominican food over there, Spanish food, like
Mhm.
Chinese food over there. You have every single culture you can think of within this district, within Queens in totality. And there's a place called Forest Hills that's just a few stops up that has every kind of restaurant on one block. And then, so that's a great area, Forest Hills. I will say a gem for Queens though. El Rey, it's called. So like the king, but in Spanish. But they make the best. I don't know if you're familiar with mofongo. It's like
Mhm.
smashed beans with
Yeah.
garlic, pork
Mhm.
skin. That place, I
I feel
go
like
there
I've heard that name before. I definitely heard that name.
like, it's so good, so good. So El Rey is my gem of Queens.
Oh, so we're just going to New
Okay.
York and eating.
Yeah, like, if you come here,
Everywhere.
guys,
We're just
you're
eating.
gonna be tired and rolling.
You're tired. Oh, yeah, we're going on tour. This is actually
Yeah.
happening. Once everybody wins, it's just we're taking this on tour.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're
find a
turning
way.
into the Charlie Kirk of the left.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
please do.
We're gonna go debate people.
That's our plan. I'm just kidding. We're not turning into Charlie Kirk of the left, but we will go on a food tour, probably with mini microphones and interview
Yeah,
Yeah.
people on the street. We'll probably be the nuisance of society.
please do. Well, if you're in New York, you're
Yeah.
literally just, like, kinda doing
Any
what
other
everyone.
person, yeah, we're
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Yeah.
pull out your
Even
voter
our
registration.
right,
Get a
anywhere else.
Vance while we're there.
Yeah, what's that girl with the microphone? She's a like, you know what I mean? Here, it's just like, oh, she's interviewing
She's
people on the
interviewing
corner.
people again.
Yeah, literally.
And she's like, out there.
There
There
she
they are
is. There
yelling
they
at people
are.
to go
They got
register to
pizza in their
vote again.
hands,
Oh
and
my
they're
god.
yelling at people.
Where are you guys from? I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
I was born and raised outside of Boston, Massachusetts, but I currently live in Florida.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for what I
I
said.
know. No,
Jersey,
you're go.
Jersey to Delaware.
It is, it is, it is. It's really grim
It is.
here.
It
It is
literally
really
is.
grim here.
Dealing
It
with
is.
I absolutely love my parents, but I think we all know with families with different points of view, divisions have been caused. I've unfortunately experienced that with a lot of my family, so they moved to Florida.
Well,
What?
yeah.
That's how I knew. I was like, "Man,
Mhm.
there was hope left."
Nope, not when you go
Well,
to
I think
Florida.
we're gonna get the hope back starting
Okay,
tonight.
I'm gonna get out of there. We're
Yeah,
working on it.
New York, we have a place
Yeah,
for you
we're
here.
we're gonna get out of there and go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back home
Yeah.
at
Up to
some
the East
point.
Coast. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Right.
going back to the East Coast. We gotta go back to my
Yeah. I'm not
roots,
leaving this
man.
blue
I miss it.
trifecta
I need some
anytime soon.
blue.
You're
And
safe here.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're working on it.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. We
I'm
won't be
not
here
leaving this
long.
anytime soon.
Are you in
Jersey better
Florida?
not. I'm from Jersey and I moved to Delaware.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm horrified tonight. So
Yeah,
Yeah, he's just
literally.
sweating profusely.
I'm
But
sure.
before we outro out, we do want to give you a chance to shameless plug your socials, your website, and if you have any in-person events or recorded events coming up that you want your constituents to know about, go ahead. Shameless plug away.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to speak and shed a light on the campaign. I'm really excited about it. It's fresh. It's about 2 months old, and we have endorsements rolling in, and I'm really excited. So what I'm trying to do right now is build a team filled with people that are really dedicated to building a better future for everybody. If you wanna join the campaign, all of our social is Sal, the number 4, not the number, but just Sal for Congress. That's TikTok, that's X, that's Instagram. And like I said, if you're a young person, if you're an old person, if you're middle age, I don't care what your age or background is. I just care that you have it in you, that you've always had a higher calling to do better for other people, and you're not motivated by special interests or gifts or anything like that. You really want to do something good for the world, come join our campaign because we're trying to make a difference. We're trying to make people's lives easier again. We're trying to make Queens affordable again. We deserve better here. And the only way to be able to do that is to really create a movement that's worth paying attention to by the opponent. So we need all the attention we can get, all the volunteers we can get, the follows, the likes, the shares, anything will help. This is the fresh phase, the first phase.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. I want to keep the momentum going, and I'm open to people joining and being a part of the team.
I think they will, especially after tonight. So I'm excited to see what goes on in New York City and all the great things that we know are going to come just here in New York. So we want to thank you
Big
for
night.
coming on and taking some time out of tonight, which is a big night, to sit with us and go through your campaign and your policies. And we just love doing this. We love highlighting grassroots candidates. And guys, be back next week. We're going to keep this thing going, guys. We are booked through the end of January. Okay. These grassroots candidates they are ready. And now
There's
after
going to be
seeing
more.
tonight, we know the push. There's going to be
Yep.
more of them. I'm
Yep.
hoping we can get to all of them by
Yeah.
the end of next year when the elections come up. But make sure you're tuning in every week and you're showing them some love. And if you have any money to spare, donating to them, you know it's going to a good cause. So make sure if you have any of that and you can donate, that you're donating to grassroots candidates, because you know where your money's going when you do it that way.
As on the website, by the way, we do have an Act Blue going, so we will also accept donations. Anything helps the campaigns.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys for
Wonderful.
tuning in, and we'll see you next week for another grassroots candidate interview. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.